Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dark Souls. We are up near the tippy top of Sen's Fortress, and after just the pain and agony it took us to get up here, I'm hoping we have a much easier time at the top here than we did down below. So yes, there's Mr. Giant. He's dropping boulders down below. I would love to exact some revenge against him when we get the chance. There's this guy up here throwing firebombs, which we need to deal with. He's kind of my number one priority at the moment, because of those giant, devastating explosions. Which also means that we gotta keep moving so that we don't get hit by those. Luckily, I don't think he knows how to lead us with his shots. Meaning he'll likely aim at places where we were just a moment ago. So long as we keep moving, we should be fine. That's the gist of what I'm trying to say here. In the meantime, we'll loot some Titanite shards and run around and explore. I don't think there's anything back here. No, okay. Just a different view. There's the giant mountain of boulders. You can see him just loading them up, dropping them down below, letting them roll into the boulder trap. It's cool. I love Sen's Fortress. Despite how salty I may have gotten about it last night. Recorded this way too late. Probably should have just gone to bed instead of trying to get through Sen's Fortress, but such is the way of things. Okay, that is locked. We cannot open it just yet. We'll deal with that in a moment. I really want to deal with Mr. Firebomb Thrower first. He has a habit of just maybe trying to make your life miserable. He's fairly good at it too. If you get caught by any of his firebombs, that is. Alright, now the screen is shaking a little bit. A lot of it, actually, because he's up here stomping around. So this is our firebomb guy. These are all his firebombs. He's gonna be right out here. He's maybe gonna give us a tough time, so we're gonna kind of play this one safe. There's one particular attack that I'm trying to get him to do. Come on. Throw your little temper tantrum. There we go. That's what I wanted. So he throws a little temper tantrum, and then we can just kind of hack away at him. Get a few free hits in when he recovers. AKA, he's dead. Ooh, and he drops a Titanite chunk. That's interesting. That is our friend out there. The Iron Golem. That's actually going to be the boss of this area, so we know where the boss is. I'm gonna break all these just because it's just a load of fun. It's so much fun to break those. So yes, that right there is gonna be our boss. The big threat for the boss is that he's enormous and he has huge knockbacks, so he can very easily push us off of that relatively tiny arena that we're gonna be on out there that doesn't have any walls or railings or anything, probably because he smashed them all. He has a very large sword, that golem guy. So we'll deal with that in just a moment. There are a few other things that I would like to deal with first, however. And that's going to be the fog wall to the boss. If we look out the window, we should be able to see him there. Yep. So yes, a few things that we're going to deal with first. Over here is going to be where we could summon the NPC. I am probably going to try it at least once. Hopefully exactly once. Without summoning the NPC, and hopefully I am successful. That is always the goal. I think I should be able to deal with this boss. I hope so. We'll see. That's going to be the attempt. I'm going to try not to summon anybody. Beatrice was the only one that I actually wanted to summon, because the Four Kings are freaking hard to deal with. And we get some special equipment for using Beatrice, which I, in theory, should go pick up. Kind of forgot about that. We're gonna go down there and deal with that guy, that knight, just to the right of us, down below. He's not a special creature or anything. I mean, he kind of is. But, like, he respawns and stuff. He's not a unique enemy in any way. So, first things first, let's see if I can actually make this jump here. Woohoo! That's always a little bit terrifying. So we got this NPC here, we'll talk to him in just a moment. First things first. Very long spiral staircase going all the way down to the bottom of this tower. Holy crap, I forgot how long this was. Whew, now I'm dizzy. Now, right over here, if you look up there, there's the hole in the wall there. This is one of the 4 places where you could point the boulder trap and shoot the boulders out of. This is kind of the harmless, just send them here to get them out of the way direction. So, that's neat, which means that the boulder throwing guy is up on top of that building there. And that is the cage key. We could use that cage key to go free Big Hat Logan, the master sorcerer guy who we encountered earlier. He's locked up in a cage back kind of near the beginning of Sen's Fortress. He's hidden behind a destructible wall. You have to point the boulder trap at the wall and send a boulder through to break it open. But then after that you can free Big Hat Logan. We also got a Hole of a Hero. Let's try Soul of a Hero in one of the cages down there as well. So this guy, who are you? You're very grunty.
What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sen's Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
Okay, let's talk to this guy.
There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool.
Okay, let's not talk to this guy.
I'll give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider visiting Amorlondo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. The Night King Rendell, Black-Eyed Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance, you'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish. If only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a...
Okay. Surprising little bit of advice for somebody who said he didn't have anything else to say to us. So this guy sells some interesting stuff. Black firebombs, which are better than the regular firebombs. They are more powerful. Green Blossom, which I used during the Four Kings fight. I don't think I'll actually need any more of these throughout the game. They can be good to have, though, so I'm going to actually spend all my souls and buy 5 more. I don't know that I'll use them, but they'd be good to have on hand maybe during a couple of upcoming fights. Perhaps. We'll see. Titanite shards. He sells regular shards for 1,000 souls apiece. They are just slightly more expensive than if you buy them from the blacksmith back down in the Undead Parish. He sells them for only 800 apiece, I believe. But here we can get our first chance to purchase large Titanite shards. 4,000 souls each. Yeah, that's expensive. But these are for the next upgrade going between +5 and +10. So those are pretty good to have. This is the first place where you can buy them. I have been acquiring mine by killing leeches or slimes down in Blight Town or the sewers, respectively. Big, beefy equipment. So a super heavy tower shield, which I'm tempted to purchase. Very, very stable, meaning that you don't get knocked back as much and you don't lose as much stamina when you block attacks with it, which is really, really, really good. I don't think we need any bolts. Those great shields are super heavy. That's the only thing that's really holding me back. So the Balder armor set, the Knights of Balder, those are, I mean, the armor set should look kind of familiar to you, but these are the kind of upgraded hollows that have the rapiers and the shields that we've killed a couple of around here so far. Interesting. Balder was the homeland of the Night King Rendel, who was mentioned, this shopkeeper guy that we're talking to right now, he mentioned Black Iron Tarkus, Big Hat Logan, and the Night King Rendel as trying to get into Anor Londo and failing. So that's interesting. That's kind of cool. A little bit of backstory. I never really noticed that before. And then the Katarina set. So this is the goofy Onion Knight armor that is worn by Siegmeyer of Katarina. He's pretty awesome. And the last couple of things, these are the elemental resistance rings. Thunder Stoneplate Ring and Spell Stoneplate Ring, which boost your thunder and magic resistances, as you might guess. Thunder one might be decent to have. They're so expensive. I want that tower shield.
Go along, try and make something of yourself. But nothing will come of it. And I should know.
So the thing is, the shield weighs 3. That great shield would weigh 13. So you'd be gaining 10 pounds. Which would be okay. We would be at 42.5 pounds or tons or kilograms or I don't know what unit of measurement this is. But we would be at 42, which is okay as long as I have Havel's Ring equipped. But if I take Havel's Ring off, it doesn't give us as much leeway to stay below 50%. Not yet. I'm tempted. I want to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's go for it. Soul of a Hero. That's a crap ton of souls. We'll go with this one. 8,000. I think that's exactly enough, isn't it? Tower shield. Yeah, we'll do that. 100% physical damage reduction. Not very good magic or lightning reduction. Stability of 72, though.
There you go, another break. Soon you shall see. Yeah, the beauty.
Yes, okay. That guy's really depressing to talk to. So, Crest Shield, stability of 55. Tower Shield, stability of 72. That's like around a 50% increase. That's pretty good. So yes, giant enormous shield. We can't parry with it, but we can do kind of a little smashy thing with it. Like that. Sorry, I'm taking a look down below. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get back across this. And I missed. I was kind of expecting to miss. That was a pretty bad jump, but that's okay because, hooray, we get the sniper crossbow now. Not that I'm ever going to use it, but we have it. And then we can drop down here and fight some more of those Balder Knights. Now that we actually know what they are. Yeah. Look at that. Look at my shield. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that decision. Let's kill the other one over here real quick, too. Ooh. Or let's miss with our attack. How about that? I really don't want to die here. That would be even more embarrassing than all my other Sen's Fortress deaths. Alright. That worked surprisingly well. Faked him out with a little kick. So we can try to jump across over to where that boulder giant guy is. We can jump over there, we can kill him, we can get a couple of souls. I don't remember how many. He does respawn. That one is not a permanently dead enemy. Whoa, camera. The one who's up there throwing firebombs, that is a unique one-time only enemy. So we killed that guy. We will never have to worry about firebombs being thrown at us ever again. So that's kind of cool. We'll deal with this guy. Come on. Oh, one hit. We had a large Titanite shard. That's not bad, I guess. Alright, one more stop over here. There's going to be a former human turned hollow person over here. We've encountered a handful of these throughout the game. It's just another one. He's going to be a one-time only enemy. Not going to respawn. Oh, will get launched up in the air, though. Ricard's Rapier. So either that was Ricard, or it was somebody who killed Ricard and took his sword. Okie dokie. Down there... That's an interesting giant. There is a way to get over there to him and kill him. That's the giant who pulled the chain and raised the gate into Sen's Fortress back when we rang both the bells of awakening. And there is actually a way to get over there to him, believe it or not. If that's a thing that I want to do. I probably will. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. Yeah, I like Sen's Fortress. Okie dokie, so we have killed everything. For the most part, we've killed everything. You know what? We're gonna go for it here. Oh, we're not gonna go for it there. I don't know if I've talked about the controls for this game. The controls are a little bit weird. So, you run by holding down the B button. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller because I cannot play this game with a keyboard and mouse. Just, oof, does not work. But, running, and then to jump, you have to let go of the run button briefly and then hit it again. But you have to do it quick enough that you don't just go from running to rolling. You have to do like a tap, and you have to have enough speed. The jumping is just a weird mechanic. It should be a separate button. It's really weird. Which all it does is make it tough to time. Like, it's just a tricky thing to try to time in this game. So, hello there. I'm gonna try to kill you, but without falling down that boulder hole. Which is not a euphemism for anything. Throw your little temper tantrum. There we go. Okay. I like the temper tantrum because, as you saw, they just kind of stop moving to recover for a little bit. And sadly, these are all solid boulders, so we can't actually do anything with them. But if we drop down here, ta-da! We're up on the boulder rolly platform. And now we would be able to explore as much of Sen's Fortress as we want without having to deal with any of those boulders. Like, we have free reign at this point, which is pretty cool. Rather than go back and deal with all the traps and stuff, I'm just going to homeward bone right back up to our bonfire. I know it's not that far, but I'm lazy and I don't like walking past the swinging blades and the snake creatures and all that nonsense. So we're here. I think it's time that we go fight the boss of the area, which is exactly what we're going to do next. See, and he's back. That one's back. But the other one who was up here throwing firebombs, not going to be back. And of course, these couple of Balder Knight hollows are also going to be back. Man. I should probably stop trading hits like that because I don't have a ton of Estus. I mean, I do. Ooh, almost walked off the edge. That would have been bad. I have a lot of Estus, but I don't want to waste it all if I'm going to go fight the boss. So here, this little cage here, this is now a shortcut. Hooray! That's the thing I love about Dark Souls, especially the first Dark Souls. Second Dark Souls, not really so much, but there are so many little shortcuts like this that you can open in all these different areas, linking them all together or getting from beginning to end and so on. It's really, really cool. That's the level design of Dark Souls is just phenomenal. Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, I got your sword. I'm not going to use it, I just wanted it. It's a fairly rare drop from these guys. So now that we've activated this shortcut, the reason I had to go down was to make one of them go down. Now one of them will always be down, one will always be up. So now we have a fun little creepy torture cage elevator to get right back up to the top here from the beginning. So from, like, the blacksmith, you just run halfway across that first bridge with these swinging pendulum blades, and voila! We're at the top of Sen's Fortress. Balder Gauntlets. Ooh, we got a humanity from killing that guy, too. We're up to 6. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna go for it. I don't need to summon Black Iron Tarkus. We can try to fight this golem on our own. This might be a horrible idea. This is probably a horrible idea. But no regrets, right? My axe is about the same size as his is. Oh, man. Well, that answered my question. I was wondering how much the extra stability of my tower shield would help me. Answer is not any at all. Okay. Changing plans. We're going to do this the easy way. Yeah, I was curious. I didn't know if his attack was going to send me flying backwards, like it does if you try to block with a tiny shield. The answer is yes. The answer is it doesn't matter what shield you have, apparently. Trying to block that guy's axe is ridiculous. He'll just knock you over the edge. So, we're gonna go... Oh man, I always try to turn there. I don't know why. We're gonna change strategies here. What does this say? Gorgeous view. I'm not going to stop and take a look at the view because we got crossbow guy here shooting at us. Boy, we're getting a ton of item drops from those things, too. Okie dokie. And easy mode is now active. Iron Tarkus really makes this fight a lot easier. He's a really good tank. He has really high defense and really, really high poise. So he can just kind of eat the golem's attacks, and we don't have to worry about him too much. Which will give me a pretty good chance to drop my own hammer on the golem a couple times. I would love to go grab my souls back, though. Okie dokie. Tarkus. No. No. Hey. Hey, go fight. Thank you. No. Go fight the golem, please. Stupid queued up attacks. Am I not even hitting this guy? Oh, he just grabbed Tarkus. Holy cow. I forgot you could do that. I think I got his attention with that attack. Oh no, this is bad. There we go. So yeah, a lot easier when you have Tarkus to distract the thing for you. Usually, that boss fight is interesting because usually if you have like a lower damage weapon than what I have right now, if you attack his legs enough, the golem will lose balance and it'll start to kind of wobble in place. And if you keep attacking its leg after that, it will fall over and just kind of lay on the ground there for a few minutes, giving you a couple opportunities to just, like, pound away on it. I killed it in, like, 4 hits, or 5 hits, or something, so not enough to break its poise and cause it to start wobbling, but that's okay. I'm okay with how that turned out. So now we're going to examine the Mystery Ring of Light. I sure hope it doesn't summon demons. That would be terrifying. And we get carried away by demons, so that is game over. Unfortunately, this is where our journey ends. Thank you all for joining me on this Let's Play. It was a fun ride, and we're now going to be murdered by the demons. Man, look at that city. I love that view. That's such a cool shot when it comes up over the wall like that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Yep, so we're now in Anor Londo, the city of the gods. There's a nice little castle or keep or something up there on the tower. Tower up there on the hill. Good grief, my words. That's the cathedral-y, palace-y thing that we're going to be going into up there. So yeah, Anor Londo, City of the Gods, more specifically, the god of sunlight, Gwyn, the very same Lord Gwyn, god of sunlight, who defeated the eternal dragons in the opening cutscene to the game. The one who split off pieces of his soul and shared it with his allies, which includes Seath the Scaleless, the Four Kings of New Londo, Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, all of that stuff from the beginning. Lord Gwyn is the one who took all of his Silver Knights that were like his personal guard and his personal army here. He took his Silver Knights, he left this area, abandoned his throne in the City of the Gods, and went to go link the First Flame, which is kind of important because that was about 1,000 years ago. First Flame is dying again, and that's kind of where we come in. So we are potentially going to be Gwyn's successor if we do go link the First Flame ourselves. These guys are irritating. They are the only enemy in the game. Well, there's another version of these guys, but these giants, they're the only enemy in the game that have a shield that blocks 100% of any damage that comes to them. And there's no way to get through it, you just have to go around. So, moderately irritating, but they're also very, very vulnerable to the classic strafe around them until they do an attack that leaves them open maneuver. Of course, if you're going to try to get behind them, you have to get them away from the freaking wall. Come on. Cool. Alright, treasure chest. Thing to look at. See the chain on the right side of it? The chain is kind of U-shaped. It's curving from the side of the treasure chest back, like up towards the back of the chest, away from the front. That means this is a good chest. We can open it. Ooh, more Demon Titanite. Good grief. We have so much of that stuff. Alright, and before we activate the bonfire here, because there is a bonfire here, we're going to go deal with these giant knight guys in here. The one standing in front of the statue of the executioner, who we will be encountering soon enough. I want to get at those treasure chests. That's what I want. Oh man, good to know the two-handed regular attack is enough to kill these guys in one shot. That's exciting. Come here. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Alright. Treasure chests. Curving up towards the back. Good chest. Orange soapstone that says "Be wary of chest." And also, the chain is pointing forward. Not a good chest. However, it is dead. Just not going to put up with your shenanigans, Mimic. So we got a crystal halberd. We have one more of these guys to deal with, so I'm going to deal with him very briefly. Come on. Oh man. I'm glad that worked. Look at that. 1,500 souls apiece. So we're starting to get into the territory of the game saying, like, hey, you're in a new place, have lots of souls so that you can level up. Which is a very good thing. I don't mind getting all these extra souls. And in fact, we have a bunch of other souls that we're carrying around in our inventory here that we can probably make use of. Soul of a hero, I think that'll give us like 10,000? Yeah. There's a person there. We'll talk to that person in a bit. For now, we're gonna rest. We're gonna kindle the crap out of this fire. Because I like having a full 20 Estus flasks. Whenever we're at some sort of central bonfire location from which we will be traveling outward to a couple different areas, those are generally good hubs where you want to kindle the bonfires as much as possible. I love that the flame actually gets taller as you kindle it. That's a neat little effect. Alright, and now for the final thing we're going to do today. I guess we're going to pour 2 levels into our endurance. Which seems good. I also think we might actually have enough souls here. No, it's not going to be enough. I was hoping we would have enough to actually get another level, but I think we're just short. Yeah, 5,000 souls short. That's okay. Honestly, I'm probably going to end this video. Well, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to go do one more loop through those nights to get enough souls to gain one more level, because we're so freaking close. And then we'll pick up from there for the next video. So thank you all for joining me. And, of course, may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you. I'm going to go get those souls.